formula is also designed to direct more money to the poor districts and pays out a much higher percentage of the poor districts' total fund.
The important thing is all of these percentages increase, and not only do they increase, but they are linear, so that the poorer you are, the more you get vastly more state money. The wealthier you are, you get vastly less, and that was the heart of the Durrell case.
When you say charter schools will be brought to the same formula, exactly how will that formula reward the successful schools and phase out the non-successful? What does that actually look like?
Well, what the charter school calculation will be. The charter schools that are continuous improvement or above will get the benefit of the education challenge factor, the statewide average. If you're not in continuous improvement or above, you will not receive that average. If you are if you are sponsored by a district and you have at least half of your kids coming from that district, you get the benefit of that district's education challenge factor. That's what we're doing on the charters in terms of the funding.
The IQ index, or whatever you changed it to, is it still 0.9 to 1.65?
No, it is 1.66 to 0.75.
Why the slide down?
Well, it's not. There are a couple of things. The slide, it's still, the top end is 1.66. The top end under the governor's plan is 1.65. Property wealth is not a linear expression. For instance, the difference between $55,000 a year, $55,000 and $75,000 in your ability to raise on a mill is a lot different from the $25,000 difference between $225,000 and $200,000. So what we did with the help of the Department of Taxation is they're more clustered, so that there's a bunch down here, there's a bunch here, there's a bunch here, and there's a bunch up here. And so while the income and the educational attainment numbers are still relatively linear, what we tried to do is make the property wealth number less linear because they tend to be bunched. So that means that there's going to be a wider disparity among them, and then we weighted the property wealth factors so that those that are of the lowest property wealth had the highest weight for that factor. Those were at the the lowest property wealth had the highest weight factor, and those that are at the highest property wealth had the lowest weight factor, and that's how it ended up, so that you still have districts that are around 1.66, 1.65, but now the wealthy districts are now around 0.75 to 0.9.
Is that also a big reason why so many of the suburbans are now on guarantees?
That's one of the reasons. That and we're not phasing in the charge-off.
On the charter schools, are the schools that aren't going to be eligible for the additional funds, those that are not in continuous improvement or below, will they be funded the same as they are in the governor's plan?
Yes.
What about the E schools?
The E schools have not changed from the governor's plan.
What's the
under our calculations, it would be 61%. Under the current, it's around 50%.
Could you explain a little more about what you're doing with calamity days? Is that in the bill that you're going to?
In the bill right now, the thought was the governor built in two extra days in each year of the biennium. What we decided to do is take the calamity days that are already in there that we're already paying for, and essentially say to districts, you have to make up calamity days. But the way we're doing that is we're saying instead of 5 calamity days, you get 3 in the first year, and instead of 3 in the second year, you get 1.
The first year of the budget, so starting this fall.
This fall, there will be 3 calamity days, so you have to make up.
And once this committee discusses how to better do that, the calamity days will be restored?
No, we're gonna phase them out at this point. Again, that could change, but we're phasing them out at this point.
What is this mill?
Well, then you have to make up the day,
You have to make it at the end of the year.
or, you know, whenever you can make it up.
Some districts are currently hoping to get their calamity days restored or get some additional ones for the current school year. Is this a bad sign for them?
It is what it is.